30 snow dollars probably translates into, like 3 of our dollars. Who knows? That's a little teaser for Sad Santa's tell-all book. Seems like everybody this year has like a tell-all book. Of course, the big one was Britney Spears with her audiobook written by well, I don't think it was read by Michelle Williams, Dawson's Creek Michelle Williams. I thought it'd be kind of funny if Santa's was written again, read by Michelle Williams from Destiny's Child. Same name, different lady. So I didn't write that out. I mean, I don't have a book. I mean, I could if enough people wanted to read it. I could probably actually write that. That's why I kind of put that thing on the Amazon, in the little paper. If you look at the thing, it says it's so many words and so many pages that I could maybe get by with that if I actually had to write it. Because I have been told I am a verbose. I write a lot when I write, so I could probably write that. So that's a good friend, Sad Santa of the show, his tell-all book. So, if you're really good, you might get to hear some of the audio interview excerpts that Santa had let me play for you guys, maybe next CD. Before that, we played a little bit of Laura Branigan's Self-Control, an 80s classic, with a really weird video. I should have told you to watch the video earlier, but go back and watch it some other time. Very strange. I don't know what she's doing. She's kind of like... I don't know. It's very strange. She's some part of some kind of weird sex thing. I don't know. I don't know. Masked men running after her, and it's very strange. But it's a nice little nice old 80s classic. I thought I should play something 80s after I played 80s by Killing Joke. Another little thing with your ears perked up if you're perked up if you're a rock fan. Sounds a little bit like the riff from "Come As You Are" by Nirvana, so there's definitely a similarity there. It's kind of strange that when you watch things from the past, from the '80s, or I've been watching The West Wing and things like where they have the same problems. We have the same problems we had 20 years ago, 40 years ago, inflation, wars in the Middle East, all kinds of things. We have constant. The same problems, fuel, oil, supplies, fighting Russia, being in a Cold War, possibly. I actually wrote a song called Cold War Part 2, and I have yet to put that out, just because, I don't know, it's kind of strange. So anyway, that's the 80s by Killing Joke. Before that, we played a little bit of that Ocean Blue song I talked about, Between Something and Nothing, and the album is just their self-titled album, and that's let's see what it was. Let's see if I can tell you. It was released on 4AD, which should tell you something if you're a fan of these kinds of music. I want to say it's like the late 80s, early 90s. I gotta dig through the booklet and look like an idiot. Looks like 89, 88, 89. So that's a nice little like I said, I maybe it's kind of like Smithies, yeah. The Smithies. It's kind of Smith-esque, the Smiths-esque kind of thing. But it's got that like weird like Joe Satriani kind of real clean guitar thing. I don't know. I don't know. It's not quite Echo and the Bunnymen like I said, but it's kind of got the 80s, nice 80s into 90s kind of feel. Speaking of pop stars that like to play with knives, I'm going to be playing a cover of Toxic by the band Hardfi. It's a kind of like a rockin' little version of Toxic. I think Toxic is probably the best Britney Spears song. Wasn't a big fan of Britney, because I've just, when at that age I was just like, she's taking up the airwaves. I want to hear some good stuff, and they keep playing this stuff, and some of it was kind of sappy and stuff. What a girl wants, what a girl needs. I actually meant that, but that's a good joke. I'm just going to keep that. I meant I'm not a girl, not yet a girl, not yet a woman, that kind of stuff. This is like sappy stuff. Some of her main stuff was good, but Toxic is the best one. It's probably because of the sample they use, dun 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 dun, I can't do it because I'm on YouTube. They're going to come after me with their big copyright knives. I can't sing all these little songs for you people. Show that I can actually halfway sing. I have to do it with my own terms. Show you do my own songs. And then there aren't good enough representations. So we're going to play a little cover of Toxic by Hard-Fi. And then I'm going to play The Stranglers, Strange Little Girl, which is a good little song. I found that recently. And it's a nice little, kind of in the same vein of what we've been listening to. And then I'm going to be playing a really old song. And it's kind of a comedy novelty song. Kind of an old school novelty song you probably never heard called Will I What? And, kind of the comedy is just this woman say, Will I what? But it's kind of a cute little song. And it has to do with, a strange little girl. So without further ado, here is Hard-Fi with their cover of Toxic with a little bit of another song in there that we'll see if you know. Not I don't know if I would have picked it up, but I heard the album, so I knew what it was. So see if you can pick out the little other song that they kind of dip into another song briefly during their cover of Toxic. And it goes a little something like this. You're listening to the Crazy Craig Radio Show.